Hello, my dear friends. My name is Kunal Singh, and today we're gonna start our second session from the book Instant Word Power. And we already covered our first session. If the guys who don't watch the first session, then first of all, you have to watch our first session because this book is in a sequence. If you can't cover, if you can't follow the sequence of the book, the session by session, if you tackle the whole book session by session, then it's more beneficial for you. So the guys who don't watch out our first session, first of all watch out our first session, then tackle the second session. That's it. So it's the second session from the book Instant Word Power Made Easy, and in this session we're gonna learn some of the words that are commonly used, like uh, it's totally based on year based words like centennial, biennial, centipede, millipede, these kinds of words that are introduced in this session. So it's session number 2. Latin centennial means 100. A century is 100 years. We all know that century is 100 years. Let me change out our pen. Century is 100 years. A cent is hundredth. HUNDDH, hundredth. Part of a dollar. Centimeter is the 100th part of the meter. Centimeter is the 100th part of the meter. Centimeter is the 100th part of a let's see that 100th. The 10% means 10 out of 100. In a city celebrates its centennial. It was found years ago. Centennial, I already told you about centennial. Centennial refers to 100 years. A city celebrates its centennial, means they're celebrating their 100 years. A city was founded in 1890, and 1990 it will be have its centennial. Centennial. A centennial combines Latin centum. Centum means 100, and ennial, annius means year. If a city celebrates its bicentennial, it is found 200 years ago. California was the first settled in 1769. In 1969, it celebrates its bicentennial. Bicentennial. California was admitted as a state in 1850. The year 1950 was the 1950. There is the gap of 100 years, so it is centennial. Centennial. 2050 will be bicentennial. Bicentennial. Bicen. San Diego, California was also settled in 1769. In 1969, many of the tall buildings were adorned. Adorned means decorated. What is the meaning of the word adorned? Adorned refers to the meaning of decorated. I think you know all of that. I don't mean decorated. Lighting birthday candles to celebrate the year of bicentennial. Centennial. The 100th anniversary is the century. The 100th anniversary is centennial. Bicentennial. Bi means two. This is the way that we have to tackle this book. We have to tackle this book point by point. It's so easy. In the start of the books, you feel that it's nothing, but whenever the session getting harder and harder, after certain times you realize that it's a bit hard. You need someone to teach you, someone that helps you a little bit to tackle the all the session, to tackle all the points, because some of the words we don't know. We are human beings, we don't know some of the words. It's a language is huge. We can't even learn all each and every part of the language. So this is bi means two, centennial means 100, and email means year. We all know that 100 years is a century. The 100th anniversary is a centennial. The 200 years is a bicentennial. So the 300th anniversary must be a tricentennial, because tri is the parental word for the three. Centennial. And semi-centennials would be a 50th anniversary. The Latin prefix sesqui means one and half. The sesquicentennials represent 1 and 1/2 hundred years. So sesquicentennial is the 150th, because sesqui refers to sesqui. The word sesqui refers to 1 and 1/2, and centennial refers to 100. So according to the etymologically, so it makes 150. Reinforce your learning. So you have to write here some of the words. Reinforce your learning. 100 years, century. Hundred anniversary, centennial. 200 bicentennial. 300 tricentennial. 15th any semi-centennial. Centennial. 150 sesquicentennial. Every 2 years biennial. In every 3 years triennial. Every 4 quadrennial. Every half year semi-annual. Semi-annual. So etymologically, now the exercise time. I already tell you the words. You have to just listen. Listen patiently, be whatever I saying, whatever I writing, just be focused on them things. within the times. It's a gradual process, learning the words that we need to use. We don't want to use the words. Mm, we don't need to. Just forget that. No, Latin centum as in century. Century. Century means 100. 100th. Ennial means biennial. Latin ennial means year. I already tell that. Bi means 2. Tri means 3. Semi means half. Sesqui means 1.5. Quadro means 4. Uni means single. Single or one. So as cycle means wheel. Phone means sound. Latin milli is hundreds. Million is thousand. Thousand. A milli is thousand. Thousand. A milli is thousand part of the a millimeter is the thousandth part of the meter. Because is anyone know about the unit conversion? If how we convert the here millimeter, we have to convert meter into millimeter. So I think I have to cover this topic here. It's a math though. It's a math topic, but still, unit conversion is a pretty basic thing that we all need to know about it. So we have to stay conscious on the screen. Be whatever kilo, hecto, deca, basic unit, deci, centi, milli. So if I have to convert basic unit of meter, let we say that it's meter. Whenever we measuring the length, then we consider basic unit as meter, and we have to convert 1 meter into how many millimeters in 1 meter. So we have to go from this point to this point. So we have to just write here 1, and if we are going to the left to right, then the values is tremendously increased, and when we go from right to left, then the values are up in upon of this thing. So it's quite easy. It's not that much of hard. So let us say that I gave you some of example how many millimeters in a kilometer. So we have to just write 1 here and add zeros. 0 0 0 0 0 0. So how many zeros? 3 and 3 6. So 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 zeros. So it's 10,000. 10 lakhs. There is 10 lakhs millimeter in 1 kilometer. But if we saying that how many kilometers in 1 millimeter, then 1 upon 10 lakhs, because we are going from millimeter, from smaller quantity to we saying smaller quantity in more larger quantity, so the values in upon, because it shows that things is pretty same. So this is how millennium combines. Milli means thousand, as we all know. Year means year. So millennium is a period of 1,000 years. The period of 1,000 year during which, according to the role on Earth, is called millennium. Millennium. If we wish to prefer to some vague, possibly unattainable period in the future, perhaps 1,000 years away, when all will be peace and happiness on earth, we use the expression when the it's 18th millennium. Millennium comes. The way things are developed around the world these days, it looks as if the millennium will never come. It's so easy. It's not that much of hard. Centium definitely we already covered in the previous session. Centennium means 100, and milli means 1,000, and pair means foot. A worm-like creature has a pair of legs on each body segment is called a centipede, probably because it may appears to casual non-mathematical observers to have centipedes having 100 feet. A similar creature with two pairs of legs on each body segment is called millipede. The bones doubtless appears on the Greek claims to have 1,000 feet. A centipede having 100 feet and a millipede having 1,000 feet, because E has twice as many legs. A millipede centipede. Centipede. A speedometer measures vehicles speed. A tachometer measures the revolution per minutes of an engine. An odometer measures the miles a car has been driven. So a pedometer measures distance covered on foot. Pedometer is the instrument is used to uh, that is used to measure the distance covered by our foot. So speedometer, uh, when we observe our motorcycles and car, the speed whenever we the line the needle that is fluctuating when we throttling the accelerator, this is the speedometer. And tachometer measures the revolution per minute of an engine, we all know that. Odometer measures the mile car. A woman wishing to learn how far she walks every day in doing her core will strap on a pedometer, because pedometer is the device that is used to measure the distance covered by a human being. The ending meter is speedometer, tachometer, odometer, and pedometer comes from the Greek metron, measure, and optometrist measure the vision. Measure the vision. A thermometer measures heat. Chronometer measure time. Measure time. On number 27, Greek metron means metron means measure. Matrix means opto means vision. Thermo means heat, and chrono means time. Tos means vision. An optician sells things that aid vision. Theme thermo means heat, and a thermostat regulates heat on temperature. Chronos means time. A chronic invalid is sick out of the time, or time after time. A chronic liar almost all the time. Chronic liar is a person that are habitual to lying. Pedestrian, it's our first word from the session number one. Pedestrian is the person who walking along the street, or the person who is walking at the side of the street is called pedestrian. We have a agreed gets up about we agreed about on foot. This mode of travel is comparatively slow, often wearisome, and not particularly imaginative. Therefore, we may use pedestrian as an adjective to describe flat and vacant language or thinking. Write the labor radius dull, full of glitches, speaking through pedestrian. Pedestrian. Pedestrians also have a unique meaning because pedestrian is slow. Therefore, we use pedestrian as an adjective to describe flat and awkward language of thinking. So, can a man's mind in pedestrian? And you imply that not had a fresh throwing the year. Can a writer style pedestrian? All the words here are pedestrian. Can a movie plot 35 pedestrian? And you label it the same very old which rehash that has both used so often in the past. A pedestrian politician philosophy limbs on hobbies pedestrian. Clumps in the same old futile lockstep instead of putting a flash foot of four. By means to. We already covered these words, I think. Pair means foot. Quadrennial is both on quadru means four and ennial means year. Semi-annual is bolt on semi means half and plus annual means year. Perennial is bolt on through and plus ennial means year. Pair is the parental word for through and ennial is parental word for. Centipede is bolt on centennium means 100 and plus pede means foot. A millipedes on milli means 1000 and pede means foot. Tricycles built on tri means 3 and plus cyclos means wheels. Unilateral uni means 1 plus lateral means side. Thermo means heat. Metron means measure. Telephone tele means distance and phone means sound. Sesquimetal means 1.5 Centennial means 100. And annual means year. Chronometer. Chrono means time, and metron means measurement. Optometrist and optician are built on optos. Optos means vision. Bicuspid, bi means two, and cuspid means point. Reinforce your learning. So this is our exercise. We have to tackle out the exercise. Thousand of a dollar. Mil. Thousand year. Millennium. Millennium. 100 feet. Centipede. Feet. Feet. Millipede. 2 feet. Biped. 4 feet. Quadruped. Feet. Every 2 years. Biennial. Every 4 year. Quadrennial. Measurement distance on foot. Measurement distance on foot refers as pedometer. Pedometer. He throws around on foot. Gets around on foot. Pedestrian. Liberty to stop. Pedestrian. Through the ear. Perennial. Hundreds. Centennial. Measure. Measures vision. Optometrist. Measures time. Chronometer. Chronologist. Chronometer. Meter. Measures heat. Thermometer. Sells optical goods. Optician. Time and time again. Time and time again. 18. Chronic. Chronic lie. Tricentennial. 150th anniversary. Sesqui. Centennial. So now it's our new exercise regarding the hints and definition. So milli means 1000, centi means 100, metron means measure, vision, optus means thermo, Greek word thermo as the thermometer, thermo means heat, Greek chrono as in chronic, chrono means time, Latin pede as in centipede, pede means foot, Latin bi as in biped, bi means two, Latin tri as in triennial, tri means three, Latin quadru as in quadruped means four. So we completed our second session from the book Instant Word Power. And it's so easy. So that's bye. That's last. Kunal signing off. We meet in the next session, session number 3.